On today's video, I want to take some time and answer one of the most common diet-related questions out there. It's not about what to eat or even what not to eat. It's about how much to eat. That's right, today we're going to talk about portion sizes. And believe it or not, what I'm about to share is a little different than most of the conventional information on the internet. But when it comes to taking control of your health and your weight, I truly believe this is must-know information. So keep watching. Oh, and if you've got any questions, make sure to ask them in the comment section below. A lot of the videos on this channel were inspired by subscriber comments. Okay, so what's the deal with portion sizes and how much should you be eating? Here's the good news. I'm not going to tell you that you need to eat tiny portions of everything at every meal. But the truth is, there are some foods most people should eat less of that might surprise you, and other things you should probably eat more of. I'll start with the good news. When it comes to leafy greens, the sky's the limit. Personally, I eat a huge salad most nights, and a great big bunch of sautéed greens with garlic and olive oil is just delicious. You can also enjoy plenty of cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower, as well as tons of flavorful leeks, onions, and garlic. Now, right about now, you might be thinking, just vegetables? That's boring, Dr. G. I agree, but there's even better news. Along with enjoying plenty of vegetables, you're free to enjoy plenty of fat, provided it's the right kind of fat, of course. And I'm not talking about the dangerous trans fats found in so many packaged junk foods and even some health foods. My suggestion, start with high-quality extra virgin olive oil. It's great to cook with and to drizzle on veggies, meat, even sweet potatoes. Personally, I try to go through a liter of olive oil a week because there have been some promising studies that show eating that much fat may actually help people slim down. Plus, it's great for the gut, joints, skin, and hair. And while olive oil is a great fat to start with, it's not the only healthy fat you can probably enjoy more of. In fact, I often tell people to go ahead and eat an avocado a day. It's good for your gut, and it's just plain delicious. Other healthy fats include perilla seed oil, avocado oil, sesame oil, algae oil, and MCT oil. So no matter what your preference, you've got plenty of options. So that covers what you should probably eat more of. But what should most people probably eat less of? Well, most people can probably do with less sugar, bread, and other lectin-heavy carbs. But that's pretty common knowledge, so I won't get into that today. Today I'm going to talk about two so-called healthy foods that many Americans are eating way too much of. Starting with the most controversial, fruit. If you're a longtime subscriber, you probably heard me say, give fruit the boot, and I mean it, because fruit is truly nature's candy, and it's loaded with sugar. And while it is okay to eat in moderation, I encourage you to treat it like a dessert. That means enjoying small servings occasionally, rather than big servings every day. And for some fruits, like the giant apples you see in the grocery stores these days, it may even mean cutting the fruit in half. Because fruit these days are way bigger than they used to be. Not to mention they're bred to be significantly higher in sugar than they were 100 years ago. Also, make sure you're only eating in-season fruit. The best way to figure out what's in season is to check at your local farmer's market. Or check online for what's ripe in your area, or to look for the grown locally label at your local health food store. If you're looking at oranges in the middle of the summer or strawberries in February, that's a pretty good sign the fruit on your table traveled thousands of miles to get here. Oh, and if you can't smell the fruit before you taste it, that's a pretty good indication as well. Tree-ripened, in-season fruit should smell just as good as it tastes. So when it comes to fruit, remember, in season and in moderation only. Just a couple of servings a week is plenty. Now, before I sign off, there's one other really controversial thing a lot of Americans are eating far too much of. In fact, there are entire trendy diets based around eating this food and only this food. I'm talking about animal protein. Now, maybe you've heard of the carnivore diet, where people eat meat every meal of the day. There's also Atkins, paleo, and other meat-centric diets. Well, here's the thing about meat. Human beings do not need to eat meat to survive. Believe it or not, we don't even need to eat meat to build muscle. In fact, some of the most muscular animals on Earth, including racehorses and gorillas, don't eat meat at all. Now, I'm not here to tell you to quit meat entirely unless you want to. I certainly eat meat from time to time. But no one, and I mean no one, needs bacon for breakfast, a chicken sandwich at lunch, and a 20-ounce ribeye for dinner. That's excessive, and frankly, it's a good way to encourage the body to gain weight. And not just because of the sheer number of calories, but because everything from cows to chickens are pumped full of antibiotics and hormones, fed grain-rich diets, and crowded into too small spaces without enough room to move. It's a great way to fatten up animals and the people who eat them, which is why I tell people if you do want to eat meat, stick to pasture-raised, grass-fed, and grass-finished meat. And limit your portions. 4 ounces a day is plenty, and that's about the size of a deck of cards. You can also work in a little wild-caught seafood, some omega-3 eggs, and plant-based protein sources like hemp hearts, flaxseed, walnuts, and leafy greens are great. Trust me, you won't get hungry just because you give up meat. Now, before I go, let me tell you what my ideal dinner plate looks like. It's mostly vegetables. I cover half to 2/3 of my plate with leafy greens, cruciferous veggies, or a mix. Then a bit of resistant starch like sweet potato or millet, but not always, and perhaps some meat. I often add some chopped up avocado and make sure to drizzle the whole thing with plenty of olive oil. Give it a try. I think you'll be surprised at how full and satisfied you feel and how little you feel like you're missing out. Oh, and if you've got any health and wellness questions you're dying to ask, I want to hear from you. Just leave a comment below, and maybe your question will be the topic of one of my next videos. And make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a thing. I share fun, informative new videos all the time because I'm Dr. Gundry, and I'm always looking out for you.